And we do have a familiar face joining us right now. We have Amber Lampe here from Fidelity Bank, and you brought a very special guest.
I did. I have Scott Wendell with me. He has over 19 years experience. He's in the top 3% of all producing realtors in the Des Moines Metro, and he's with RE/MAX Real Estate Group.
RE/MAX, you're the balloon guys, right?
Absolutely.
All right, see?
There you go.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, like Amber said, I've been in the Des Moines area for 25 years, been selling real estate for 19 of those. I've been the top 3% of producing realtors over the last few years. Also the legislative chairperson for the state of Iowa, and also the past president of the Des Moines Area Association of Realtors.
The legislative chairperson, what does that mean?
Basically, what we do is we protect realtors and property owners. So a lot of things that we have been working on is radon issues, septic tank issues. We've dealt with lead-based paint in the past. Basically trying to make sure that the public's protected, as well as not having almost too much mandatories every time property transfers. And we also do things that work for the public as well. One of our biggest things we're working on is the home savings account.
What is that?
It is, if you could visualize the college savings plan like Iowa has, we're working on that for homes. So basically what we're trying to get passed, and we'll be working on this for a legislative session in 2016, is that a parent, grandparent, family member can basically put money towards a house to save up for a buyer to buy a house down the road for their first home.
Idea.
That is unreal. I've never heard of that.
And then the advantages over a traditional savings account, I imagine this would be a tax issue.
It would be a tax savings on your taxes when you file, just like for a college savings plan.
Sure.
The beauty of it is you can contribute up to almost $30,000 is what we're hoping for. So if you have a young child and you know down the road they're going to buy a house, you can save up to $30,000 for their first home. And the cool thing about it is we encourage home ownership in the state of Iowa.
Right.
That way they don't take their money and move out of town.
That's a good idea.
Well, and they've gotten a longer period of time to start saving up. The family does for an eventual home. That's
Absolutely.
a neat idea. It's a neat concept. What other legislative issues do we need to know about at this time?
You know what? There's a lot of national stuff going on also that we get involved with. If you like your interest deductions on your house payment, we're trying to protect that. They've been trying to get rid of that. It seems like the government wants their money everywhere they can.
That would be.
So if you have a leaky roof and you fix it, can you write that off?
If it's a rental property, you could.
Yeah,
I'm not an accountant, though. I'm not an accountant, though. I can't answer for them.
Work on that one. Okay.
I will.
There's a lot of homeowners that have some home improvements that I think would really love being able to do that.
That's the hardest thing we found is trying to get more tax incentives for homeowners the way everything is financially right now.
Right. Now, what kind of advice would you give somebody if they're out looking for a house right now?
Probably my biggest advice is either get referred to a realtor that has a proven track record, or somebody like Amber that's a loan originator. I kind of have a saying, you pick the wrong realtor or the wrong loan originator usually when it's too late. So try to find somebody that's well reputable and knows what they're doing.
Now, this is about the time of year we get all these different lists that'll come out telling you where the fastest growing cities are, and this metro is losing some population. What's the metro like around here? How's it going?
It is doing great. That's one nice thing about Des Moines is our economy is strong, our unemployment's low. Our sales have actually gone up over the last few years. Our inventory is finally starting to pick up a little bit.
Yeah, here's some shots of some of the areas around here. What are we looking at?
This is actually the Johnston High School that's being built in Johnston.
Oh,
wow. Brand new. My daughter, unfortunately, is going to miss being the first one to graduate by 1 year, but she's the last one to go out of the old school. That's planned to be opened in, of course, near future. Here's some other footage here. Basically, this is Johnston Commons area. Right. That's the Simpson Barn and Simpson House that can be rented out.
Yeah.
And it's right next to the library. It's kind of a neat area.
Pretty area, yeah. We went there for your kite.
So Johnston's still booming?
Absolutely. The nice thing about Johnston is we still have room to grow. There's still land available to build and develop.
They're not landlocked yet.
No. Here's the spillway at Saylorville Lake.
Boy, you're gutsy to fly a drone over that.
That could be gone in a heartbeat.
If you land that there, it's gone.
It's pretty much gone.
But it's fun to play with, and it's a great recreational area that's literally minutes from Johnston.
That is a great area out there, you're right, and there's so much land out there. It seems like so much development in that area.
It's basically a town that still has a small town feel also, which is nice. Kind of, almost the way Des Moines is also when you're working with buyers that are coming in from out of state. They can't believe how short the commute is and how friendly people are and how easy it is to get around.
When I see these developments going up and these townhomes and apartment complexes, I always wonder, where are these people coming from? And what do you know, any statistics as to where they're coming from?
They're coming from all over the place. They're coming from the east and west coast. They can find out they can get a lot more of a home to buy here compared to where they're moving from. Unfortunately, some of the smaller towns are losing some of their businesses, and they're going to where the jobs are. And Des Moines has the jobs right now.
Now, I think about what where the money is coming from for getting all this stuff too. So we do need to make sure we ask you about. Make sure Amber's here too. Sorry about that.
That's all right. No, that's why we have Scott. He's an expert.
No, we want to talk to you about the changes in the laws and what we need to know.
Right. Well, there are. Scott mentioned some legislative issues on the realtor side, and we have just as many changes on the mortgage side and the lending side. And what I can promise you is, if you do not have an expert loan officer and a bank that you understand is going to be able to get the deal done, you will see delays. Effective October, there's a lot of changes, and I can't get into all the details of it. But I can promise you, you have to go to an expert. You will see delay upon delay, and like he said, you'll realize it when it's too late in the transaction, and all of a sudden you're now not able to close on time to get your house to refinance. So all those changes are in effect to protect the consumer. But in order for you to be protected, you have to go to a local expert. Anyone who's considering doing something online or using an online expert, what they consider themselves an expert, they're not. So, and the law is going to just make that completely apparent to everyone effective in October. So my advice is, yes, give us a call, give an expert a call. We have a team of experts around us at Fidelity Bank.
All right, how can they get a hold of Fidelity Bank?
Well, the best way is to go to our website, fidelitybank.house.
.house.
Jeez, that's hard.
.house. Yeah, fidelitybank.house. Yes,
that's cool.
the best place to go.
All right, so keep that in mind.
What about you? How do they get a hold of you?
Probably the easiest way is just go to my website, scottwendell.com. No E on the end.
You see, how do you spell
Yeah, you better spell it.
Wendl.
Or just wait outside the building here in about 5-10 minutes.
That's right.
And he'll be able to answer all your questions. Wonderful.